Okay, welcome to another League on MTGO. This time going back to an old favourite. We're playing some Shardless Bug. Long time since we played this. I've made a few updates. Yeah, shame it didn't really take off too much with the printing of Shardless Agent. Shardless Agent finding home in a lot of the Rhinos decks and things. But seeing as we're sort of getting towards the Christmas break and there's no sort of big tournaments coming up, I thought I'd see if I'd run it through a league and see if it can still hang with the sort of meta's top dogs. So pretty similar to the last time we played, although that was way back when. We've got the classic Shardless Agent, Ancestral Vision package. We've got the Goyfs in there. Got two Dauthi Voidwalkers, which is just really good. Lilianas, Jaces. Discard and removal. Lots of Drown Lochs because they're reasonable to hit off Shardless Agent because they can act like Terminate. And then we've got three Ignoble Hierarch to try and power out things like Liliana, Veil, or a Shardless Agent on turn 2. And then in the sideboard, just a lot of anti-creature matchups. We've got a one-off Crime Punishment, which is good against things like Hammer Time. Mystical Dispute, which gets around the Cascade. You can't Cascade into Mystical Dispute. And then, some anti-mill, anti-burn, anti-graveyard stuff. A couple of Dauthi Voidwalkers. Looking forward to running this through a league. It's been a while, but let's see how we do. Thanks to everyone that has subscribed over the course of, I think the channel's been running about a year now, so thanks to everyone. Hope to keep making content. Hope everyone does enjoy it somewhat, and hope to continue making more content into the new year. But let's get down to some Shardless Bug. Okay, we're against a Lurrus deck. I think this is a keep against a Lurrus deck. Bit awkward mana. We can't currently cast this Dauthi, but we can potentially double spell on turn 2. Okay, there's a Saga. So this is possibly. Okay, I was thinking this was going to be Hammer Time. I'm thinking this is going to be what's it called? Amulet Titan, given that they've led on Urza's Saga. So we're just going to go ahead and Thoughtseize here. Oh, it scales. Okay. So we can kill this. I think opponent could play this and then use the mana. So maybe we're meant to just take the Glimmer here. The Ozolith is very scary. But I think I'm going to try and cut my opponent on mana here. So we'll take the Glimmer Wasp, just because then our opponent can't use their Springleaf Drum to generate coloured mana. And obviously eventually this is going to have to be sacrificed. Opponent has found something. Might just be the Ozolith. Okay. Okay, this is really good. Dauthi Voidwalker is really good here. Because it stops our opponent's modular triggers, I believe. I'm just going to get a basic swamp here. Play out the Voidwalker. Okay, so our opponent's going to have to sacrifice this. Next turn we've got push. We've got we can suspend our visions. Opponent, okay, it gets worker. That's pretty good. I guess our opponent. Oh, they found Ingenious Smith. Okay, they find a welding jar. Okay, that's a great draw as well. So I think we can shock in here. So we'll. We can't actually do anything with this. So we can't actually drown the Loch the Smith. So we're just going to push it. Don't know. Possibly should have waited on this, but. Okay, so that gets to go, the counter goes on there. So we could cast the Smith. I guess the Smith could find us a a Shardless Agent, which would be pretty cool. So I think we're going to go for Drown in the Loch in my opponent's upkeep, because if they want to regenerate it with Welding Jar, well, if they want to regenerate it, regenerating taps the artifact, which means that our opponent can't use it with Springleaf Drum to generate mana. Okay, so they are going for it. That should tap it. Yep. Okay. So they're going to put some counters on this. We are going to need to draw some something. Shardless Agent, obviously our best draw. Yeah, another Drown in the Loch is very good. So we'll just attack now. We could wait on the Drown in the Loch. No, I think I'm just going to do it now because again we don't want our opponent to be able to use it for mana. Okay, opponent does find a Plains. They're going to play the their other Arcbound creature. And one of those, which is pretty... Oh, that is pretty good. Okay, opponent could come back here. Okay, Goyf's a fine draw. So yeah, we're just going to attack for 3. We'll play out our Goyf. But yeah, this is yeah, we just haven't been able to pressure our opponent enough really, because our opponent has now got, you know, yeah, they're finding the lands. So if they play a Ballista here, it comes in on 2. And they can use it to kill our Voidwalker. But if they go to 8, then they're going to have to start blocking. Yeah, we'd really like to draw Shardless Agent next. Yeah, there's Ballista. Oh no, yeah, I forget that this isn't a another copy of Hardened Scales, essentially. So you don't want to see a land. Well, Shardless Agent is a very good one. So we'll go for that pre-combat, I think. Noble Hierarch, not the best draw. Ignoble Hierarch even. So we attack in, our opponent blocks, and then they're going to put a lot of counters on Ballista. It could be that I'm just meant to attack with the Voidwalker here. Because if I attack with the Goyf, my opponent blocks here, it's got lifelink. Yeah, I think we're just getting in with this. Because it can't be blocked. Because yeah, I suppose they can... they haven't got... Well, they do have red, actually. But yeah, this is working out pretty much the same, I think. Opponent is going to get to make an enormous walking Ballista. Actually, no, they haven't got the modular triggers at the moment. Yeah, okay, I did forget about that, and I think my opponent realised in the nick of time. They won't get a modular trigger. They'll get the Ozolith triggers, but they will not get... what is this? Could be another ballista. Oh, it is another ballista, so that can kill the Dauthi Voidwalker. How many turns until our thing comes off? Will we see an attack? No. Okay, Liliana's not too bad. So I think we'll go for that, make my opponent... Well, if we make our opponent sacrifice a creature... I guess... Okay, so we're gonna... We attack. My opponent has to kill this. Yeah, okay, so we attack with just this. I think we attack with everything now. There's no point attacking with Shardless Agent. Although if we Liliana first, they won't get the trigger. Yeah, okay, so let's do this. Cast Liliana of the Veil. Edict you. See what they want to sacrifice. Okay, so I think we're going to be able to cast our opponent's wall. Oh no, we cast it without paying its mana costs. Right, so we're going to want to sacrifice this and then cast something from my opponent. Yeah. So we'll cast, I think, Ingenious Smith. Because we're running, we can't cast Ballista. We could do Saga. No, let's do Smith. Opponent does now get modular triggers. I guess they sacrifice. Okay, so yeah, they make a big lifelinker. We'll cast this. I mean, finding Shardless Agent is just insane here. Yeah, we'll take it. And we can cast it as well, thanks to Ignoble Hierarch. See what we find. Another Ignoble. Not the best, but not the worst. And it makes this bigger. Okay. So let's... There's no point in attacking with the Shardless Agent. Thing is, this is going to make this pretty big. But one would think it's not going to be big enough next turn to just one-shot us. Well, don't know. It gets modular here. This goes to 5. It's going to be a 10-10 ballista. There are, I guess, draws in my opponent's deck that win them the game. Hardened Scales. Don't think another Zabaz does it. No. So Hardened Scales does win them the game here. See what they've drawn. Blue, white. Could be another Ingenious Smith. But we can attack. Opponent's going to be able to do a lot of stuff with this ballista though. Yeah, finding a kill spell from that Shardless Agent would have been better. Our Cascades have been... Oh, we do get to draw 3 cards this turn, next turn. 4 mana. They're just putting a counter on this. Oh, Hangerback Walker. That is possibly the best draw. Although I think now that this is tapped, oh, my opponent's going to have to use some ballista triggers to kill. Okay, not bad draws. So, So if we we're just going to be attacking with. If we just attack with everything, we get through. This is blocked, but my opponent can. So we don't really want to kill any of my opponent's creatures. I guess, no, we want to kill them, but we don't want to edict them with Liliana, because then Hangerback Walker just goes nuts. So we're going to want to Shardless Agent, see what we hit. It grows the Smith as well, which is good. Show us something good. Yeah, Fatal Push is really good. So this kind of forces the issue. I guess it does mean that Hangerback Walker gets a lot of counters. Although my opponent's going to have to cash in a lot of this Ballista. So the opponent could just let this die and make an enormous Ballista, an enormous Hangerback Walker. But then we get to get in for, they block the Goyf, we get into 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we get in for 7. Oh, that's pretty brutal. Oh no, we can get in, oh no, we can't. I was going to say we could get in for another point of damage. Because we can tick up Lily, discard our Lily, which makes the Goyf a little bit bigger. Okay, opponent is killing killing some stuff. Are they going to kill? They could kill Lily, could kill a Hierarch. They might just choose to put another counter on Hangerback. Okay, so we'll tap this for green. Okay, and then we'll play the Goyf. Now we could shock in. I don't think we want to shock really. I think we're just gonna tick up. I'll get rid of a Watery Grave. Now here we don't attack. Yeah, because next turn, yeah, if essentially, I mean, I guess we could have attacked there. Yeah, we possibly should have, but they just block and kill the Goyf. Yeah, so actually what we need to do is then this turn we can attack with everything, and they've only got one blocker. Okay, we get there. Yeah, because we can't afford this to die, because then it makes 7 Thopters and we just die to those, because we can never grind through them, I don't think. Okay, but that was good. Dauthi Voidwalker doing a lot of work there, so we'll bring all of those in. We want this, we want the Damnations and the Engineered Explosives. So what don't we want? I guess we could take out a lot of... Discard is good because it stops them. I think we can take out Jace. And Liliana's actually not very good here, because giving them the choice over what they sacrifice is just not good. Ignoble is a bit... It's not the best. Then we'll cut 1 Ignoble and we'll cut 1 Thoughtseize. Yeah, but Ancestral Vision really... really coming in well for us there. You know, drew us 3 cards just from suspending it. So, and we managed to, yeah, finding Shardless Agent off Ingenious Smith is, yeah, that's pretty good. That's what we like. Okay, we're going to keep this hand. It's got, you know, interaction on turn 1. and then we can double spell or spell suspend on turn 2, and the mana base is pretty good. And then so in theory we can cast all these spells by turn 3. Let's see what our opponent does. Okay, that's good for us. So I think this turn we're just going to Inquisition them first. Take. Okay, so they've got a Hardened Scales, but they have no mana to cast it. I think we're just going to take the Hardened Scales. We can deal with the creatures. If our opponent really wants to play a Walking Ballista on 1, they can. Okay, there's a Saga. Is Ballista on 1? Yeah. Okay, so Ignoble's interesting, actually. They could just ping that, but I think we're happy if they do that. Yeah, I think we can suspend a vision, cast Ignoble Hierarch. Sadly we can't do anything about this Urza Saga. Opponents kept a hand with no coloured mana. Okay, they have got coloured mana now. Yeah, we're not blocking here. So if we attack here, this goes to 1, my opponent could try and block and then we fatal push, but I don't think that's that great. I think we want to... Let's just Shardless Agent first. In case we hit a kill spell. Yeah, we can drown that. Opponent will probably ping the Hierarch. Not too bad though. And then, are we playing Creeping Tar Pit? I think so. Tap land. So opponent's going to fetch Shock, make a token with Saga, but we can currently deal with both Saga tokens. Maybe we should be running a... should probably be running some Dress Downs in the side. Like cascading into one of those right now would be pretty good. And probably Force of Vigor as well, actually. Yeah, okay. So room for improvements here. If anyone's got any ideas of how we can improve the deck list, I am all ears. Always interested in brewing with Sultai. If opponent attacks here, we're taking it. So yeah, this is Ingenious Smith by the look of it. Oh no, just a Hangerback Walker. Okay, so yeah, we're going to push that before it gets too out of control. So let's go push this. Makes a token, but better than it making many tokens. Let's play this Goyf. Then we can play this tapped. How much do we want to get in here? Yeah, we can get in. I guess our opponent could make... Well, these constructs can become enormous, actually. That was probably a bad attack, because these can both become artifacts. And they've got a Smith. So play the Smith and then activate both of these. Maybe find another artifact to play. Well, another Hangerback Walker's a good one. It's definitely possible we should have held up Drown here. got 13. So this is going to be hanger back. When's our vision coming off? 2 turns away. Hangerback Walker, maybe? Prismatic ending our Tarmogoyf. Okay, wasn't necessarily expecting that, but we are taking 9 damage here. Okay, we're actually taking more than that. Okay, that's not great. Thoughtseize is not what we want to see. Yeah, I think we're dead here. Sadly. So our opponent can just attack in, we kill this, kill this. If our opponent plays the Hangerback Walker pre-combat, we die, because this goes. So now we could, yeah, we're just dead here. Okay, I thought we kept an alright hand, but yeah, it was a saga that did for us, really. Okay, so do you want to change anything on the play? Probably not. Let's go with that. I guess Liliana's slightly better on the play, but still not amazing. Want to see these cards, really. Although Damnation would have been really good there. Okay. Yeah, Thoughtseize into Goyf is what we want, and we've got engineered explosives as well. 4 lands isn't great, but the lands are fairly painless. So Thoughtseize here. Okay, so they've got some good ones. Ending dealing with our Goyf is not great. Arcbound Ravager is also very scary. Maybe we're meant to just take their. We could take their turn 1 play, but then I think we have to take one of these. I think we have to let the Goyf go. So Arcbound Ravager is a lot scarier, but this is their turn 1. I'm going to take the Glimmer Wasp. Just because it might waste their mana now on turn 1. What's Idyllic Grange do? Okay, sure. Okay, Damnation's really nice. So we're going to go. We'll fetch a green source. Just basics, I think. Play a 4/5 Goyf. If our opponent really wants to spend their entire next turn prismatic ending the Goyf, I think we're okay with that. Damnation also reads can't be regenerated, so Welding Jar not an issue against Damnation. Although not everyone knows, I've had many an opponent Welding Jar artifacts in response to Terminate, which also reads cannot be regenerated, so people do forget. Hangerback Walker. Okay, I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, we can play the tar pit and then EE on 0. And then, yeah, there's no real reason to... Oh, I guess our opponent can... Yeah, okay, that might have been a bit daft. Welding jar. I think we're in for just popping this now. I mean, I think we have to. Yeah, should have done that before, but we do have Damnation. But we're going to want to wait on the Damnation, I think. Opponent makes some Thopters. Obviously, Damnation will kill our Goyf as well. But I think that's getting endinged, yeah. So, yeah, we need to find some things to do, really. That is not one of them. So here, I think we're just having to attack with this. Attack for 3. And then we'll let our opponent make some, you know, stuff. And then we can try and Damnation everything away. Is the plan. Looks like our opponent is going to hold on as well. Fatal Push is actually a really nice draw. I think we're running 2 swamps. So yeah, we can just keep hitting in for 3 here. Yeah, Creeping Tar Pit being unblockable is great. Okay, so opponent makes one of these. I guess they could be trying to kill us in one go. Are they going to be able to deal 15 points of damage? Hopefully unlikely. And we do have this Fatal Push. Okay, double Welding Jar is a bit worrying. So okay. So what do we think with this Fatal Push? I think I'm gonna go for it now on this construct. Maybe we should save it, actually. 7, 8, 9, we go to 5. I actually think that's fine. And then, yeah, okay, that's actually fine. I want to, I guess no, because this Fatal Push is not going to be very good with these Welding Jars in play. So actually I want to save the life here. Okay. So yeah, we take a lot less damage here. Need to find something, really. Oh, come on. Hopefully my opponent will sacrifice their Welding Jar. Nope. Okay. And obviously that's very good, but opponent still has some absolute gas in hand in this Arcbound Ravager. Well, they found a Smith as well. Oh, another Hangerback Walker. This is pretty brutal. There's a Hangerback Walker. We're at 12. Ugh. So, another Damnation's okay. We want to see a Shardless Agent would be nice. Ah, we've drawn so many lands. Crime Punishment would be really good. Don't think we're going to be able to race here. Especially since my opponent has an Arcbound Ravager in hand. Yeah. Okay, another Smith is pretty good. We could just die here. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much done it, I think. We play that. I think we've been a bit unfortunate here. We haven't drawn many spells. We started out with... What did we start out with in hand? EE, Push, and Thoughtseize. We started out with Thoughtseize, Goyf, and EE, I think. Thoughtseize, Goyf, and EE. So we've only drawn 2 spells, and the rest has all been lands since the game started. Which is, yeah, obviously not where we wanted to be. Well, our opponent... No, they could they have killed us there? Not quite. I think they could have if they played this. Another Damnation is good. Or Crime and Punishment might get there. No, okay. We're close with this. You know, another 2 points of damage would have got there. But yeah, we do take the loss to Hardened Scale. It's a bit of a brutal one, really. You know, I think we were very close there, and if we'd have drawn a few more spells, we could have possibly got there. But that's the way it goes. See you for the next round. Right, round number 2. We've got an Inquisition. If some of these were lands, I don't think we can keep a 1-lander here. 1-lander into a 5-lander. Opponent hasn't revealed a companion, so I think we're going to mulligan again. Okay, we will keep this, but it's not great. I guess we keep the things that we're likely to be able to cast. Yeah, really not ideal. Mulliganing to 5. Okay, Bauble probably indicates Murktide Regent. Okay, so opponent's seen something they like on top. Okay. At least we find another land. Okay, considering in response. Keep one on top. So we've got Ragavan, Force, and Iteration. I mean, we can't currently kill Ragavan. I think we take the Ragavan here. Like them dashing it. Well, maybe it should have been Iteration. They're unlikely to Iteration this turn. If we can draw a black source, we're actually pretty good here. Okay, they are just Iterationing turn 2, so that's not actually card advantage. We're going to have to Thoughtseize here. Really like a black land, an untapped black land. Come on, give me a fetch land. Oh, Goyf. Well, we have to Thoughtseize. Our opponent might just force this. Okay, they don't. Okay, that's fine. They don't force it because of that. Okay, so we'll take the Murktide Regent. Opponent's conceded from the game. Really don't think they're out of that. You know, if my opponent, we were really not pressuring our opponent there. But there we go. So we're going to bring in the Disputes. We'll bring in the Voidwalkers and the Spellbombs. Fatal Push is fine. Inquisition's okay. Abrupt Decay, don't think we want that. Loch is okay. We can cut the Hierarchs, I think. We definitely want Thoughtseizes. Maybe we'll cut an Inquisition or just one, maybe. Goyf's good. Loch's good. Liliana's great. Maybe we'll cut one Drown. This hand is probably not good enough. Yeah, it's got a Spellbomb, but we haven't got any black mana, so we're quite a way off casting this Liliana. This is better. One of these on the bottom. Opponent probably wonder what the hell's going on when we lead on turn 1 Ancestral Vision. This is a bit awkward if our opponent goes turn 1 Ragavan. Darcy's better, but no, it's the monkey. So let's see Fatal Push off the top. No. Maybe those Ancestral Vision should just be, I don't know, they are good. But I mean, Ragavan is the same amount of mana. This is the trouble, isn't it? Ragavan's the same amount of mana, and it also it draws cards and ramps you. Opponent didn't have a second land, which is interesting. I think I'm just gonna go for the Voidwalker here. Would have quite liked to draw that swamp that was on the top of our deck that was exiled by Ragavan. So yeah, this can't be spell pierced. And if our opponent wants to counter spell it, then they have to sacrifice their treasure. But it might be that they actually have a kill spell that they'd rather use on it. Yeah, it looks that way. Because they did miss a land. So it does likely mean they have a counter spell. So we really want to find a land here. Okay, Shardless Agent. Opponent could play that. Decide not to. That's a good thing that we don't have to draw it. Come on, land. Goyf. Okay, we'll play the Goyf. How many turns have we got? 2 turns. I'd imagine this gets countered. Kind of stonewalls Ragavan. Red, yeah. So this is going to be a counter spell. Yeah, we really wanted to see a land there, because then Shardless Agent obviously means that we potentially get a spell and we get a blocker for this Ragavan. This Ragavan's done so much. We're somehow at 9 life as well. Okay, well that's another good one that we don't want to draw. They haven't hit well off the top of our deck with this Ragavan. Show us a land. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay. Guess we Inquisition. Well, there's some good ones. Take your counter spell, I guess. Yeah, if we'd have found a land, I think we could have been potentially far ahead here. Opponent goes land Murktide, then we are. Oh, they can pay for it with the token, the treasure token from Ragavan. I think we do draw some cards here. Opponent hasn't found a well, they might have found a counterspell, I suppose. So yeah, we'd like to draw 3 cards, please. If our opponent counters this, I don't think we counter back. Force. So if we counter back, we then... Opponent's got a bolt for our thing. We could find a push though. I think we do counter back. I would like to draw 3 cards. Okay, so there's a Drown in the Loch. So yeah, so we go for the Drown now. And then Jace can actually bounce a Murktide if needed. Yeah, we go for the Drown there because my opponent could delve out Murktide Regent and then Drown is no good. There's a Dragon's Rage Channeler. So if this is Murktide, we're going to have to Jace bounce the Murktide. Okay. So we'll play the Swamp, and then yeah. Jace, bounce Murktide Regent. The Jace dies, but there's not really much we can do there. Okay, opponent has got Unholy Heat. If we can find, if my opponent doesn't find anything, and we find maybe exactly Fatal Push. Okay, another one of those. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. We know what they are. Oh, they're going to try and get Delirium here, which would be lethal. Okay, yeah, they get it. Sure. Okay, yeah, we just stumbled on that initial land in that one, which was somewhat unfortunate. But yeah, we'll try and win game number 3. Do we want to do anything else? Is anything... Drown Loch was a little bit awkward there. Maybe we should be keeping in... Maybe we want to be running Damnation or something. I actually think a couple of copies of Damnation aren't bad. Let's try that. Okay, we'll be on the play here. Oh, this hand's so awkward. If we can find, yeah, I think we're going to keep it and hope we find a land off the top of our deck. You know, it's got an answer to turn 1 Ragavan, potentially, especially if our opponent's shot fetches. Okay, so they have got a fetch land. So I think whatever happens, we're pretty much killing whatever this is. Well, yeah. Okay, so it is Ragavan. So yeah, we're gonna get the Triome. Oh, we're not running a Triome, so it has to be green black. Okay, so we're going to use the... I don't see a land, really. Not great. So, yeah, we'll use this. We'll do it now. If our opponent wants to force, we're kind of okay with that. There's a Dragon's Rage Channeler and a Serum Visions. So yeah, we'd like to see an untapped land now. Would be ideal. Opponent put 2 cards on top, which is a little bit worrying. Land, yeah, that's good. Okay, so we can't actually cast the Voidwalkers, so just Shardless here. Yeah, we'll cast a Nihil Spellbomb. We use that next turn probably. Another Dragon's Rage Channeler. So if we can find a land for this Damnation, that's pretty good. Okay, so I think we're just going to use the Spellbomb now, because I want to draw a land really. Another Spellbomb isn't too bad. Let's play this Goyf. I guess we should have played the Goyf first. Yeah, missing a land's a bit rough. We do know that they put something they wanted on top, I guess. That gets rid of the counter spell. Bolt our Shardless Agent, sure. So yeah, we're going to Spellbomb again here, I think. Inquisition's quite nice. Let's go Inquisition. Doesn't mean we can't draw a card from this Spellbomb. But if we see that our opponent hasn't got a Murktide Regent. Spell Pierce. We could pay for that. I don't think we will. We could take a counterspell. Then they go Murktide Regent. And then we hopefully eventually draw a land for Damnation. I don't... yeah, it's just so bad if my opponent doesn't have a spell there. Okay, so we're cracking this Spellbomb, I think. You know, getting no value out of it's pretty rough. The lands have not been kind to us, but what's even worse is if my opponent goes looks like our opponent's found counterspell. Oh, come on. I think I'm putting our opponent on counterspell Murktide Regent. Possibly should have fatal pushed pre-combat. Really could do with a land. Not under massive amounts of pressure yet. But yeah, we really need to find lands. I'm pretty confident my opponent has Murktide Regent Land. Maybe we need to run another land. Oh, another Damnation. So we can't even cast any of our spells. Yeah, this is what's killing us now. And the kind of jig is up that our opponent knows we've got Damnation. Really? Blood Moon. So we haven't got any black mana. That's probably just it. Oh, we just needed to draw lands. Like, these have just surveilled our opponent to, you know, whatever they want. Well, Swamp's pretty good, but still doesn't cast any of our spells. You know, we needed this turns and turns ago. Opponent cannot now cast Murktide or Counterspell. Yeah, this is just really painful now. We're just going to get beaten up by these two 1/1s. Opponent obviously could have Force as well that they can cast through a Blood Moon. Come on, something. It's a land, but our deck is very colour intensive. Like a Swamp is fine. Engineered Explosives, I think we brought it. Did we? I don't think we brought that in actually. Yeah, just more red mana. I think I'm just going to concede. Oh, that's a shame. The deck seems quite close to being there. It's just we yeah, we just got by them. Maybe we should have drawn another card or two. No, that wasn't going to help, nor was that. So yeah, we weren't getting out of that. But it's been close, you know, 1-2, 1-2. Just hasn't quite been able to get to turn the corner on the on some of the closer games. But we'll see what we can do. Try and salvage the 3-2. Okay, if the last couple of matches have taught us, we definitely don't want to keep this one lander on the play. Yeah, this is better. Turn 2 Cascade is pretty good. We do have to put one back. Not sure what we want to put back really. No companion revealed. So Fatal Push might be good, might not. We could put back a land actually. Yeah, let's put back a land. Keep 2 lands and a Hierarch isn't too bad. Opponent's mulliganing to 4, which is usually a sign of something like Dredge, Tron. Can't be Hammer Time. Well, it could be Hammer Time, just the non-Lurus version. Let's grab an Overgrown Tomb. Play out Iggy. And see what our opponent's got for us. Okay, it is Tron. So you don't see that all too often anymore, if I'm honest. Unfortunately, it happens to be really good against us. And I don't even think I have too much of a sideboard against it, unfortunately. I would like to find Thoughtseize, Abrupt Decay would be good. Yeah, we'll take a Dauthi. It's a bit of pressure. So we've got some, yeah, we're hitting in for 5 a turn now, but we're kind of relying on our opponent not going turn 3. Well, they're going turn 3 Tron, of course, from a mull to 4. Wormcoil Engine is brutal. I mean, a lot of their stuff's just brutal here. Okay, so we can attack for 5. Khan Liberated isn't actually the worst. Weirdly. Okay, so it turns out Drown and Dauthi Voidwalker are a bit of a non-bow. Okay, map. Oh, it is Wormcoil Engine. So, don't know what we can do against that, really. I suppose we could draw Jace. No, it's another land. Although actually, so we can do a nice little trick here potentially. So these can't be blocked, which is obviously really nice. So if our opponent goes to attack, we can put our Ignoble Hierarch in front of the Wormcoil Engine, push the Ignoble before damage, so that our opponent doesn't gain any life, and then we can potentially do the same again, although obviously all of this relies on our opponent having absolutely nothing. Yeah, okay, so Dauthi Voidwalker versus Giant Loch is really not great. Okay, so they've got 9 mana or something. What's this? 8? Could be Ballista. It's Ugin. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we needed our opponent to kind of stumble given they mulled to 4, but they went turn 3 Wormcoil Engine, turn 4 Ugin. Yeah, it's a shame because we were kind of in with that. You know, if my opponent had just had nothing, you know, after as I say, a mull to 4, we can potentially get there, but sadly not. And yes, we really do not have much in the way of anti-Tron stuff. Fatal Push obviously does nothing. Abrupt Decay is okay. Dispute's okay, I guess, on the draw, on the play. Go with something like that. Yeah, I think there's a lot of work to be done. But yeah, it's just felt a bit clunky. And I need a replacement for either, well, Drown Loch. Dauthi Voidwalker is obviously really good. But does fight a bit against Drown. No, I don't think so. I think we want like Thoughtseize. Okay, so this is okay. We'll keep it, and then we're going to bottom, I think, a Shardless Agent. So what do we want to do? I think this turn we can go Ignoble. No, this turn we go Thoughtseize. Then next turn we go Ignoble. Although getting the Shardless Agent down, my opponent's kept 7. So Thoughtseize is really good against. I think I'm going to go Ignoble though. Get the extra mana. Thoughtseize is best against Expedition map. But this way we can actually Shardless Agent next turn if we want. Let's see. Oh, it is Expedition map, so we wouldn't mind seeing Abrupt Decay here. Okay. Well, let's go for the same again. Abrupt Decay, Thoughtseize. Well, Inquisition's fine. So what we got? Relic and Ancient Stirrings. So our opponent does have Tron. If we'd have taken the map. Okay, that's a memo to self. We really should have. Yeah, we're just gonna die here because we can't deal with all of this stuff. We should have Thoughtseized, and then we could have taken the map. We've just been a bit punished by. Well, I think it was my poor play in some parts. Actually, in quite a lot of parts. Oh, we've got a Thoughtseize in hand, so only got 3 mana though. And our opponent has Khan liberated. I think we have to hold here. Oh no, yeah, we have to hold. Yeah. Yeah, we should have Thoughtseized turn 1. We just haven't quite got the clock. Okay, so it should always, I think against Tron, it should probably just be Thoughtseize turn 1 all the time. We've got 3 mana for a thing if he goes for Khan liberated. And then we can Thoughtseize something next turn. See what we find. Land's not the worst. We have no real way to interact with lands though. Okay, so we'll Thoughtseize. Although Thoughtseizing the Ulamog means we... Oh, they've got Ugin as well. Oh, they've got Tower. This is just perfect, isn't it? Like, they've got turn 3 Tron. Yeah, we really needed to fire off this Thoughtseize. Like, this couldn't be any worse because they've got the Tower. They can Ulamog next turn, so we have to take the Ulamog, but then our opponent can just Ugin. Yeah, the game's over. I think we got a bit unfortunate there, in that if it hadn't drawn the Ugin, we could go take Ulamog, and then we can drown in the Loch the Khan. Or if this wasn't a Tower, if this was any other land, we could potentially keep going with, you know, take Ugin and then counter Khan. But no, we get well and truly Tronned. So yeah, we'll march on and try and salvage a 2-3, I guess. Right, round number 4. We're against a Lurus deck. Mana's a bit awkward on this. The basic islands are really killing us. I think, yeah, the mana base needs an overhaul as well. Let's go. I think we'll keep this. We can lead off on Creeping Tar Pit, although we're then behind on mana quite a lot because we won't be able to Thoughtseize until 2. Yeah, I think the first 2 games were really close with this, and then we got absolutely trounced by Tron. Right, Misty Rainforest, so it could be another Hardened Scales match. It's Bogles. Okay, so we do have Liliana here. If we can find a land for her, of course. And if our opponent is kind enough to not play another creature. or kill us before. Kill us before we can deploy her. Ugh. Oh, we went to Thoughtseize here. Don't think so. We're probably chump blocking with this Goyf. We really need a black land off the top. Yeah, we'll block here. Don't really want my opponent drawing another card. Come on, black land. Oh, crikey. At least we can go Thoughtseize, Goyf, and then the Goyf is a little bit bigger than this. Don't know what our opponent's got in hand. They didn't play anything last turn. I guess they could be running counter spells, but... Okay, yeah, we'll take that Force of Negation. I suppose we could have gone Shardless Agent there. But we'll now play this Goyf, who's pretty big. As soon as we can hit a black land, we're laughing. You know, we've got triple Liliana against the Bogles player. What's this? Okay, that's okay. No cards in hand. So if we draw a black land at all, that's not bad against Lurus. No. So yeah, we really want to find all we're after is an untapped black source. Visible Stalker can't be blocked, sure. Oh, okay, yeah, this is the trouble. Okay, that's obviously really good. Swamp. Liliana. Make our opponent sacrifice a creature. We needed this ages ago though, because they can just sacrifice this. I mean, they're only hitting in for 3 a turn or something. I think we can now attack with Goyf though. They might be going for Lurus in one go, I suppose, which is a bit awkward. We need them to just draw some land or something, really. They found something. Another Rancor, so that's now hitting us in for 5. So we're probably dead to another enchantment. Don't think I want to tick up. Really no point. Make you sacrifice a creature. I'm not supposing our opponent has anything with... Actually, yeah, with this, you know... Oh, if we'd have attacked with a Goyf a couple of turns ago, we would have actually had lethal there. We just need our opponent to not find an enchantment. Like something like this is just about okay. Creature's fine. Just nothing that boosts this to lethal. Yeah, remember, okay, yeah, so I have been guilty of this in the past. Yeah, you need to start getting in with the Goyf. Although I guess this did have lifelink. But, Okay, we do get there. We eventually draw the land for Liliana, and the double Liliana draw gets us there, and a 6/7 Goyf. Yeah. Okay, so we definitely want the engineered explosives, and we definitely want this, and we probably want the damnations as well, to be honest. Fatal Push is obviously pretty bad. Decay is fine. Drown and Loch is not great. Voidwalker as well. Yeah, I don't think we want Voidwalker. Jace is probably a bit slow. So we have to choose between these. They are in blue, so these can counter stuff actually. I think we'll go with that. You know, they can counter the Invisible Stalker, some of the enchantments. Okay, so this is probably not a keep. Okay, so our opponent hasn't revealed Lurus, so that implies that our opponent is running Leyline of Sanctity. This hand, I'm going to risk it, I think, and get rid of a Shardless Agent. If we can draw some lands, I possibly should have gotten rid of this Inquisition. Opponent's mulliganing to 4, but if I can find a land, like, opponent's mulligan to 3. They're really looking for that Leyline of Sanctity. But we've kept a hand that's... It is risky, but it does have... it does have the engineered explosives. Okay, that's fine. Really do want to land though. Yeah, really are gonna need a land. Opponent hasn't got a second. Oh, we do have a second one now, which is good. I guess we can shock that in. Well, that's probably a bit pointless, really. Let's see another one now. EE. I guess we could just go EE on one. Now that we've got 2 of them. And then just always hold up the counter spell for the Stalker. Okay, so we've kept a bit of a dubious one as well. Opponent does now have 5 cards in hand. Okay. So we'll get rid of a Liliana, I suppose. Ugh. Both up to 7 cards. Okay. Oh, I suppose we should be discarding these Inquisitions, actually. If this is Stalker, we can counter it. Okay, well, we managed to counter their threat, but it's another one. We have got E on 2 as well if we need it. Oh, crikey. Got another Stalker? Okay, there's a Bogle. I think we can afford to wait on that. Okay, there's a land, but it isn't the right colour really. I think we can go Liliana here. Maybe we're meant to just blow up the EE. But getting some enchantments and stuff out of my opponent's hand doesn't seem that bad. Okay, another ley line. Both of us discarding pretty rubbish cards. Yeah, it's very possible we should have done this to play around like totem armor and stuff. We've got another EE, so and we can now pressure our opponent's hand with Liliana whilst, if our opponent wants to kill Liliana, they have to deploy another enchantment here. Okay, they are killing Liliana. Okay, we like that. Go and get green mana. Then we'll play the Goyf, I think. And then we can block the Bogle. Of course, big as well, 6/7. Yeah, like opponents conceded from the game. This engineered explosive is obviously doing a hell of a lot of work for us. Opponent can't really get around the EE, so we get there. So we're playing for the 2 and 3. See you in the next round. Right, round number 5. We're gonna keep this. It's got Thoughtseize into Goyf with some removal as well, and a hard-hitting threat later on in Jace. Creeping Tar Pit obviously tap land, but we've got Thoughtseize, and then we can Thoughtseize on 2 as well. Kalani Garden indicates Amulet Titan. Okay, so that's a reasonable draw. So I'm going to Thoughtseize. See what our opponent's working with. Okay, so this is okay. We've got an answer for the Dryad. I think we're going to take Amulet, and then next turn we can go Thoughtseize. We could just Thoughtseize the Titan. So next turn, my opponent hasn't got a lot of these come in tapped. If they go Amulet, they can't then do anything else. Maybe we're just taking the Titan. Although we're probably taking Titan next turn. Maybe it's Explore. Let me know what you take. I'm definitely Thoughtseizing the Titan at some point. Actually, if I take Amulet, my opponent can't play anything next turn unless they draw an untapped land. So yeah, I'm going to take the Amulet there. The more we can kind of waste their mana. We need to save this fetch land for Dryad as well. Okay, Liliana's pretty good. So we'll Thoughtseize again. We could play the Goyf, I suppose. Okay, so 2 cards from Garen Briggs. Again, they come in tapped. So I think we're just going to take the Titan now. Yeah, and then we'll play the Creeping Tar Pit. Opponent can Explore. So if they find a untapped land, they can go Dryad, Garen Brig. We need to get a threat down, really. Okay, so they do find that. Okay, so that's okay though. We can go. So we'll go this. We'll just fetch. We do need double blue, so I think we just get breeding pool here. Then we'll go push this, which makes Goyf enormous. Then play the Goyf. We are at 11, but we've got this Liliana as well, which is pretty good. It's definitely possible that if we end up knowing my opponent's hand, we Jace start ticking up, if we find a land, that is. It's going to be Explore. Garen Brig. 2 cards in hand for my opponent. Okay, Dauthi's not amazing. Crunch him for 6 here. Has our opponent found Titan is the question. We'll get rid of the Ancestral Vision there. They get rid of a Summoner's Pact, so that implies that they probably have either another Pact or a Titan in hand. That's yeah. I mean, they can't actually do too much with it. If we find a land, we can go Jace, bounce the Titan. But that's not actually that great because they're going to get lands in order to. Oh, they can give it haste now. I hate Primeval Titan with an absolute passion. It's just so. Ugh. I feel like, I don't know, maybe we weren't we weren't really pressuring enough, but yeah, and our opponent can go and get another one next turn, unfortunately. We do find an island. Opponent can go and get thingy though. I can go and get Dryad and just kill us with Valakut. I think we could Jace bounce, but then they've got in easily enough lands to give it haste again. But then they might not be able to Summoner's Pact. So we bounce this, then our opponent plays it with 5 lands, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's actually enough to do that. And then they can give it haste and play Dryad. So yeah, we're pretty dead here, whatever happens. I guess we could bounce the token, that doesn't do anything. I think we have to Jace. So we'll go Jace, return the Titan, and then I think we have to wait for the attack to try and kill their Titan. Our Goyf is bigger than the Primeval Titan, but I think they can just machine gun us down with Valakut triggers now. I suppose they do have to have another bounce land to get this Teleria West back. They got Dryad as well, because that would be real tilting. So this is just going to be Titan. They're going to go Titan, give it haste. Although they can't. Yeah, they can't get past our Goyf at the moment. Oh, I guess they're just going to go... Yeah, they're going to go Titan, get lands, get a bounce land, return to Teleria West, Pact for Dryad, attack, get 2 Valakuts, kill us. I think is probably lethal, but we'll make them do it. Okay, Summoner's Pact for the Dryad. Have they still got enough mana for it? I forget that costs 3 mana to transmute. I'm assuming they do. Maybe they don't. 6, 7, 8. Well, maybe they don't. Yeah, I forgot that costs so much mana to transmute. Oh, I guess they can get another Vestige to do it. Vesuva, copy Vestige. Okay, but they don't get these triggers. And we do get to eat the Titan here. Oh, they can play another land, can't they? Yeah, so they kill Jace. Why would they not just dome us? We'd be at 5. Then they can attack. Oh no, they can't attack because they can't give it haste. I guess Drown in the Loch is pretty good here. See what we find. Inquisition of Kozilek. That's not going to do it. So opponent can go and get another Valakut and we just die. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, again, Titan and Tron probably this deck's least favourite matchups, probably our worst matchup. Just really difficult. And as well, you know, we Thoughtseized them twice and then they found more and more stuff. So what do we want? So Ancestral Vision is probably too slow. Damnation seems fine. Need to be able to kill Cultivator Colossus these days as well. And then a Dispute. Decay's good. Drown in the Loch and Dauthi are a bit suspect. Maybe we could even cut a Shardless Agent here. He can kill stuff. Oh, they are on Urza's Saga as well. Maybe we want Crime and Punishment. I think this is probably fine. Yeah, you do lose things like Terminate. I suppose we could be running something like Doomblade in the side. Yeah, that would be good, actually. Oh, I mean, only for this matchup. I suppose it kills Murktide Regent as well. But yeah, you lose the high power kill spells like Terminate. I suppose you could run Assassin's Trophy. I think we're going to go with this. We can actually go... We're going to go Thoughtseize Goyf, and then we can play 2 Hierarchs and attack with Goyf. So we've got... Okay, so this is going to we want to go and get Watery Grave, I think. So we need to Thoughtseize on 1. In case my opponent has either Veil of Summer or they've got the Amulet. So they do have an Amulet. And they also have a Grazer. But I think we're just going to take the Dryad, actually. It grows the Goyf. Yeah. Grows the Goyf. And I mean, it's their, you know, real gas, isn't it? Okay, so that taking Grazer doesn't seem that great, really. So let's go. I'm just going to play the Goyf here. Go and get. Oh, no, it has to be Overgrown Tomb, which is fine. So Goyf is a 4/5. Goyf gets pretty big these days. Opponent is going to have quite a lot of mana. Going to have potentially 3. Maybe we should have Inquisition there, but I think I prefer just getting the Goyf down. Opponent. We know 3 of my opponent's cards, and they're not amazing. So they're going to go Grazer. How much mana could they actually make if they go Grazer, put Growth Chamber on, untap it? You could potentially make like 5 mana, could they? There's 3, yeah, and then they could play a land and get up to 5. Put a land in with this. Okay, so they go up to 4 mana. Oh, they've got 3. They've had another Dryad. What? Okay, didn't realise that was a tech they were playing. Okay, Liliana. So we know their hand is something blank. We know it's Simic Growth Chamber, 1 unknown. I mean, we're shocking in anyway. I quite like Inquisition Hierarch actually. Or maybe we're meant to. Yeah, I'm going to do that because then it saves our Liliana from dying to this as well. I mean, this might whiff. Okay, so they have just got 2 Simic Growth Chambers in hand. But Goyf's going to be attacking as a 6/7. Opponent probably blocks. But yeah, I guess Liliana wouldn't have done too much work there. Don't know what our opponent's found. Surely it's not a Primeval Titan. That's 5 mana. I can't do Primeval Titan. Transmute. Okay. I get the Summoners Pact. What's that? Oh, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. I think we can take 5 here. That's pretty good actually, I think. So we can go. There's no point in. Yeah, so we're going to push this. Attack for 7. So next turn, can our opponent go actually do Titan things next turn? They can play a Titan next turn. Oh, that's really rough, isn't it, actually? So we go Liliana, tick. Doesn't really matter, actually. I think we'll tick down in case the damage is relevant. Yeah, but I think we could just die here on turn 4 after a reasonable start. Okay, so yeah, opponent just goes and gets a stupid Titan. Yeah, they're gonna have to kill us this turn. Maybe we should have blocked the Mammoth last turn. So they get to attack. Okay, so they get to attack for 6. But I don't know, they have to kill us. We can block. Don't know, there's probably a line that I don't know. I suppose they could get like Kalani Garden or another Teleria West or something. Because they can often give it +2, but this doesn't seem that kind of build. See what they get. They use their Summoner's Pact. So we know the 2 cards in their hand. Yeah, they do get the oh, that's... So this is a 6/6. Is there any point in blocking? Opponent's going to blow these up anyway. Yeah, I think we'll block because our opponent... Well, how big's this Goyf? 5/6. We have to make him blow it up, really. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it unblocked. That's no good, sadly. I guess we can go... So I'll make my opponent discard, but then we can't really do anything. I guess we could attack with a Hierarch. This is going to be maximum 8. So yeah, we can attack with a Hierarch here, I think. Well, our opponent's going to have the ability to blow them up anyway, actually. Don't know if our opponent should block here, really. Opponent's just got a land in hand. We don't know if they're running anything to give... I have to pay this, but I think there's probably lines where they can just kill us here. I mean, we're going to have to block with Goyf, which isn't ideal. If my opponent blows up Blast Zone, then Goyf is bigger than Titan. Basuva copying that, sure. What's this? Plus X. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, so we got by Titan there. Yeah, again, we kind of like... yeah, I think they top deck that Teleria West. You know, that's the way. You know, you can't Thoughtseize the top of your opponent's deck. But there we go. So, not sure about this going forward. I wasn't too keen on the mana base. I think that could do with some work. Maybe a Triome, and the double basic island was really bad. Voidwalker versus Drown in the Loch was pretty dodgy. Ignoble Hierarch, yeah, that was a bit awkward as well. So I don't know if I'd end up running those again. but yeah, the deck's really fun. And we nearly got there. It's just so it was very close. Some of the games are very close. Like I think we got a bit unlucky against Titan. Tron does seem unwinnable. You don't get access to red things that destroy lands and such. But yeah, hope everyone enjoyed despite the lackluster result. Do let me know if you've got any ideas to work on the deck, and I will see you next time. Cheers.